lot of times I'm like, hey, you need to learn how to take direction.
I know how to take direction. It's just taking direction from you.
From me. That's what.
I think that's what it is, because I have no trouble taking direction from people when I'm out.
Hey, what is happening, everybody? I am at Pruitt. This is Everyday People doing everyday shit. A sometimes interesting, sometimes weird, sometimes fascinating podcast on whatever podcast app you are enjoying, featuring myself and also featuring the one and only Queen Pruitt sitting right over here to my right. How you be?
Swell. How are you?
Dang, a swell? Is that what you just said?
Yeah.
Wow. I don't think you ever said that.
I don't either. I can't believe I have never said it, because I know I have.
I'm unbelievable. Just rolling along over here. Another day in the life, trying to find two nickels and rub them together and see if they'll do their thing for us. That's about it. This is a podcast. We just sit down and hang out, share whatever's on our minds at the time, if you will, because it's just random everyday discussions, random everyday thoughts and talks, and we interact with you hanging out with us live in our live chat here on YouTube. Because right now, if you're inside of the YouTube live stream, go ahead and say hello to us in the chat, not hello, and hit the thumbs up button, hit the subscribe button. And if you're also so kind, hit the share button too, to tell other folks, come on over here and hop in on the discussion and good times that we like to have here on Everyday People. I had been playing around with this software earlier today because it decided to update. Actually, the update came out about 2 or 3 weeks ago, and I kept putting it off because I was like, I need to test this stuff, because as soon as I hit update, it's going to break something. And it did break something when I updated it today. I tested it out. For those that are subscribed to the channel, you probably saw a practice test live stream going on, and then you realize you can't hear me on the air. Well, that wasn't my fault. That was the update. The update broke it. I went in and changed some stuff, and now we have audio. I sound good in my ears. She sounds good in my ears. We should be good to go. But anyway, enough of that stuff out of the way. What's been going on with you, dear?
Nothing. Has us doing this on Thursday night different from last night? Like, did people get the message, the memo? They should.
I saw the little alert pop up on my screen that it worked. So I'm going to assume they got it too, but that didn't necessarily mean their schedules changed.
Well, I mean, yeah.
So maybe they're busy, maybe they're not busy, but I see Janine.
And that's all that matters. Janine is in the chat.
And boy,
she's the most important.
I gotta tell you, she's look here, that chick right there. It's been fascinating to watch her story.
I know.
It's been fascinating. For us, we've been out here on this journey for 5 years.
Almost.
And it came for, give or take 5 years. And it had its ups and downs and all of the challenges, be it with fires, be it with COVID-19 and all of that, and the lockdown and all that good stuff. And it was a lot, and you being out of work, and I wasn't out of work, but things were definitely different and stuff like that. And then we were able to get our hands on our niece because it looked like it would be a better opportunity for her. And, we told her mom, which is our niece here in the chat, yeah, sure, that'll work. It's good for her. Cool. Come on out here. And you get here when you're squared away and do your thing. And when she got here, she definitely met some challenges like the both of us. But man, shoot, she didn't quit.
No.
She didn't quit. this chick, I ain't gonna tell her whole story, but I will say that she came out here with nothing but want to. You know what I mean? Just WANTTO, want to. Mm-hmm. And that's in drive. Mm-hmm. And she just kept pushing through it and got herself employed, working
several jobs.
Yeah, got herself employed, working with this company, that company, just sort of pushing it along, and then got herself employed with the people that she works for now, and has just been growing every year, you know, and just really stepping her game up, stepping her skills up, jumping into shit when she didn't know what she was doing, but jumped in anyway.
And it's worked out. She's a go-getter.
Yeah, and just jumped on good old YouTube University when she needed to learn how to do something. YouTube University was right there and taking care of her, and she's getting it.
She is.
So I know, I speak for myself, that it's been fun to watch her, and I've been quite proud of watching her and her growth, and watching little Weirdo, her daughter, our other niece, go through it and watch her growth, because she's had her challenges too. Boy, me and her had some times. Ask little Weirdo about the time I threatened to take the door off her bedroom. I'll just leave that right there. You'll figure that out later. It just...
And we know why we weren't blessed with a daughter. That's exactly the reason right there, because that's why we didn't get a daughter.
Look here. Hey, I got rules.
I know.
I got rules. Oh my God. I see DeRussell's up here in the chat too. Good to see you. Thanks for popping in. Says, what did you say? I can relate. I moved to California from the South in 2005 with nothing, basically. Doing very well now. If you have the hustle, everything else will take care of itself.
Maybe that's where we messed up.
What you mean?
Because we didn't come out here with nothing. Maybe if we came out here with nothing, like no job, no place to live, and we just came over here, and then maybe we would be doing better now.
Well, I swear, I swear, it feels like that's where we're starting now. Jeez, some days, but so maybe
it is. That's what I'm saying.
Maybe that means we're on our way back the other way.
You think?
We're here now, and now we're on our way working back up. Maybe that's.
No, because it's like, you never hear stories. People that make it, not too many stories of people that make it without having a horror story.
Yeah, that's true.
And we didn't.
That's true.
I don't know if our story started off as a horror story, because I think that we were doing great before we moved over here. We were starting to travel and see things and go places. And
I will not say that it was a horror story, but I will definitely say the shoes that I wore had some struggles. It was some battles, and it is unusual for people to stay within one company for more than 3 years. Very unusual. Let alone 5 years.
But you weren't with that company anymore.
Let alone 16 years.
But before we moved out here, you weren't with that company.
No, I know, but that's what I'm saying. I feel like I definitely went through quite a bit. And had my own challenges, and I was rewarded, but I ain't gonna. No, I saw some stuff.
Well, I know. Well, I'll speak for myself.
Yeah,
I didn't like my job, but I was okay. Like it was that I'll settle for going to work 9 to 5 and getting a paycheck and taking that paycheck, pay the bills, but still be able to travel and do things and go places or whatnot. But that's what we were doing. We had a whole trip planned before we even came out for the interview. Like all of this stuff happened all at once.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. We had
when we went on vacation, we were like, what is going to happen when we get back? Because of this job thing,
Yeah, that's true.
And we had sat down and had a discussion about it. I guess I was just too comfortable then because I had my garage, my own garage, and it was my space, and it was nice, and we
you had my space
had
too.
a huge yard in the backyard and had built a little space there, and I don't know, it was a whole house. A whole house full of space and rooms for beyond half the price of this. So, I mean, I feel like since we've gotten to California, we had a moment of goodness. And that was from December to March of 2019 and 20.
And we've been battling ever since.
Yeah. And it's just not, and it's, to me, it's not going up. It seems like we're going down, like we're putting out more, definitely putting out more than what's coming in.
Yeah.
It just doesn't seem, looking at it now, it's like, what? I was talking to my sister today about it. How it's not fun. It's a flood. It's flooding on the East Coast where we're from, and it's fires going on out here.
Yep.
You know, it was the same thing that happened in 2017 when we were over there going through flooding, and all of California was on fire. And I told my sister, I think I even told you that I don't think God liked California.
Well, people have been saying that for about 50 years now. There's always the whole.
Do you remember us making our list?
There's always the whole talk of California falling off the map. You know.
Do you remember us making our list of places that we wanted to live?
Yeah.
Do you remember where California was on that list?
Yeah, it was along the way.
I think it was at the bottom of the list because we had started off with having Seattle and Oregon and Texas.
That's what I said. It was along the way because the final destination was Pacific Northwest. Seattle.
I didn't look at California as being along the way because I never had a desire to live in California.
No, it was supposed to be a stopping point just for or a stepping stone, if you will, that kind of thing. But yeah, the final destination was Pacific Northwest. But nowadays, I don't necessarily want to go to Washington, but Oregon seems more ideal than Washington nowadays.
Yeah, no, I don't want to go to Washington because I don't want the rain that we have to deal with here in the winter.
Yeah.
Told me, no, you don't want to go over there for that the whole year.
And I liked Seattle. The one time I've been able to visit Seattle, I really liked it there. But it's definitely not ideal for 24/7. I don't think so. Not for us anyway.
We just here. Like now, I guess it's like.
Well, right now this is the stepping stone. I think we're at the bottom of the trough. You know.
No, because we need to be homeless. It has to be a homeless. That's how the only way you get your story.
I think we've been we were homeless for about 90 days, if you ask me.
I still feel homeless.
You know, so okay. Well, then we're at the bottom. Like I said, we're at the bottom of the trough right now, and the trough does have to go back up. You know, so
yeah. But I'm just saying that's just the story. We listened to I know of people who came out. Tyler Perry's story. He was homeless. Everybody had to be homeless.
Yeah.
Or just, you know, have not a pot to piss in or a window to throw it out of before.
Yeah.
Anything can happen. But I guess when you are homeless, there is no other way to go up.
That's right. It's just
where to go, but
up. But up. That's it.
And I know we're going to be taken care of because we are being taken care of.
As soon as we say that, we get a super chat. I was going to look at this other one here from my niece. She says hero's journey and trust the process. But then the Russell pops in with a $20 super chat. Dude, thank you. He says, another great pod. Love the perspective. I can relate. So, hey, thank you for that. Really do appreciate that support.
Thank you. And I'm trying to trust the process. I am. even though I get like every week I have these huge hopes and dreams and it's going to be a great week. It's going to be spectacular. Some good news is going to happen this week for us.
Yeah. And then there's always, I shouldn't say always, but there's every now and then there's something that tries to trip you up. And
as soon as I say those things,
and I feel you on that. I get that
towards you. I'm like, okay, it's gonna be a good week, honey. I know you're gonna get some good news. We're gonna get some good news, and it's like,
yeah. But again, it's a process, and maybe right now, we are supposed to be in this trough of a time. I guess I don't know. I don't have the answers.
I don't either, because nothing is getting better with my job. I went to work today. Today is my Monday.
Yeah, you wasn't there long. You wasn't there long.
Not at all. I went to work today on my Monday and got there. I didn't have anyone on my schedule. 2 estheticians didn't have anything on their schedule. My other nail tech person only had 1 person on her schedule. When I got there, she was in our little pantry decorating nails.
Slow day.
And
slow day.
It was just like hairstylist went home early, and it's the same thing for tomorrow. I have no one again. So when I'm going in to work like that, it's just like, what is and then I don't like being there.
Well, that doesn't help.
I definitely don't like being there when I don't have any guests.
Yeah.
And the burnt out is coming is getting stronger and stronger and stronger. Because I don't feel like it would be different if we had great leadership that, wanted to help us, but none of us feel like we have that. So I just get bummed out, and I just hide behind TV now these days. Is it, I still got another week. Got that email this morning from the casting people at the theater,
nice.
thinking that, I'm reading. Give us to the 15th.
Okay, so it wasn't bad news. It was just hurry up and wait again, basically.
Yeah.
Okay, so at least it wasn't a denial letter, so we still have that hope,
I'm trying to be hopeful. I am. I'm trying to stay positive. I am. And the only way that I seem to be able to do that is to just keep watching TV. Because if I'm not watching TV, I'm in my head and it's coming out in my dreams.
Yeah.
It's so sad.
Or what about...
But, not to be a Debbie Downer or anything, but that's just how I'm feeling. And that's why I didn't want to get on last night, because I was like enjoying TV. Literally enjoying TV, and did not want to. That
ain't what you told me.
And didn't want to take a shower and look like something. But I know today.
That ain't what you told me. You were telling me you were trying to enjoy your day off.
Sunday. Yeah. And I didn't want to take a shower and look like something.
Okay.
To be on air. And I knew that I had to go to work today.
So you showered.
So I had to.
Thank goodness.
To go in there for 2 hours. Was it even 2 hours? No, it wasn't even 2 hours.
We appreciate the shower.
Yeah. Me too. Me too.
No, I think it's a fine line. Okay, fine line.
It's a thing.
With hiding, as you said, hiding behind the TV. Is that what you said? Hide in front of the TV?
I hide in front of it.
In front of the TV. I was just trying to make sure I got it right.
Milking
I think
everybody else's drama.
I think it's a fine line where some people can take that and turn into these crazy depressed introverts, and
I hope I don't.
But then there's like I said, it's a fine line. There's the other side of it where there's someone like you, where you're looking at Viola Davis and Olivia Pope. What's her name?
That's right. Kerry Washington, her real name.
You're looking at those two ladies and you're getting inspired, at least from what I can tell. So
yes. That's why I couldn't put it down. Them two together, they had a couple of episodes together this last couple of episodes, and I don't know, while I was watching it, it made me sit up straight.
Yeah.
I was like, whoa, I want to stick my chest out. These two attorneys, powerful black women.
Yeah.
Going, and I know it's not real, but it is. But it's not, but it is. But they came together to do so much work, and they're so powerful in Shonda Rhimes' shows, and and I can't put it down because it makes me feel better, even though it's a lot of drama behind it. I still watch it and feel really strong, and it's helping me. It is inspiring me a lot because one of these days we can mark that down on episode, what is this, 47 again, 45?
Dude, you had the card.
Episode 45. We can mark this down. Episode 45, that Phoebe said that she was gonna. They might be like 80 years old by the time I get to work with them, but I plan on working with them one day. I hope. Yes, it's got to happen. I will. That they will give me. What is it called? I don't get. Let me get it right. Let me find my vocabulary words. Starstruck.
They're going to get starstruck with you?
I don't get starstruck from too many people. I've been around them, and it's no big deal. But them two, I think.
No, I get that.
No, especially Viola Davis.
Yeah, I get that.
Yeah.
I get that. Well, some great activity happening there in our live chat. Nisa's definitely agreeing, saying you are studying. You are studying. And that's right. It's like I said, it's a fine line with becoming someone that's depressed and just locked into the television versus someone that's locked into the television because they're trying to get something out of it. Mm-hmm. And most of the time I could see when you're watching that stuff, you're trying to get something out of it. I can't say that about Modern Family. It's definitely just
something out of Modern Family.
Whatever. Anyway,
it makes me laugh.
And then and then the Russell says, "Name it and claim it," as my pastor used to say. That's what's up. That's what's up. Yep. Name it and claim it.
I'm naming it and claiming it, and we just gonna climb up out of here and make it happen.
And don't get me wrong, I totally see this stuff happening for you, and I'm looking forward to it because I sure enough gonna sit my ass down and do nothing, absolutely nothing, and just say, "Hey, you go out there. You got your script. You good? All right."
No, you're getting more gigs than I'm getting. Shoot. You know what you're talking about? You're getting way more gigs. Didn't you have one this past week?
I'm not getting, but I'm not an actor. I'm just doing.
It don't matter. You've had more gigs than I have.
But I've
been in 2 plays. That's it.
Okay, you've been in 2 plays, but you haven't had the opportunity to apply for all of this background stuff and whatnot like I have. You've been working at the salon. You know, you've been busy.
I'm employed there.
You know, I got a lot of dadgum free time, so I literally will sit here for hours going through doing stupid resume uploads and going through all of the casting stuff and picking through, you know, what actually fits for me and upload it. It's just a lot of volume. That's the only way. It's about like salespeople that sell cars or whatever. They will get 8 no's before they get that one yes.
Yeah. But that one yes with like thousands.
Yeah.
That's their paycheck.
Well, yeah, that's the thing.
Yes.
It is a volume game. They gotta do the volume. Mm. You know, they can't just do 10. They need to do 20 so they can get those 2 yeses. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And that's all this is for me, is just doing the volume. And yeah, I got casted last week. Mm-hmm. Yeah, last week for, and I can say this, there's no NDA on it, for Trumark Homes, they are a nice community of home builders or whatever, and they pretty nice. They expensive.
With the housing?
Yeah, it's expensive.
It's in California, right?
No, it's just their brand. That's their brand. They ain't cheap. I'll just say that. They're not like Ryan Homes back east or what have you. They're more middle of the road.
But Ryan Homes are built for life.
They are. They are, but again, there's a certain price point on it. And these cats, they were quite nice. So I was able to do principal. I wasn't background. I was principal for this one. And basically just did some, wait a minute, who is this laughing in live chat? What is this here? Theater and live music venues are suffering because everyone is home, like you watching TV and TikTok.
I'm trying to get into it, but it's only so much.
Look at that.
I would love to do.
Look at Earl calling you out. Damn.
You are calling me out, but I would feel some type of way about it if I wasn't trying to be in these things. But it's like, it's not. The stuff that I see on Backstage is always nationwide, and I don't even try for it yet because I don't feel like I'm on that level yet.
And see, that's okay. Well, that's the difference between you and me, because a lot of these joints that I apply for say nationwide.
See,
I don't give a shit.
I don't do it because
the worst they can tell me is no.
I haven't because
I mean, they can literally just say no, or they can just not answer it. The email. That's all that's going to happen. There's three things. They won't answer, they say no, or they send you the call sheet.
And all I'm doing is looking at things in San Francisco or
no.
That's when I look at Backstage. That's what I'm looking at. Things around here.
No,
if I see nationwide, I just keep going.
No, my filter is set for within 200 miles of here. Is what I set it to, because I'm, with the exception of LA, because I will go to LA. But even with that filter, some things come through that are set here, but the casting agency or whomever, they're nationwide. They're saying, hey, we're still looking everywhere, just in case we want to bring somebody to this spot. But if you're local, sure, that kind of thing. And then now the VO stuff, on the other hand, a lot of the VO stuff is nationwide, period, because they expect you to have access to a studio to record yourself or have a home audio set up. A lot of the VO stuff that I've experienced anyway. So, but yeah, the Trumark thing, it was, I think that was my first time being principal instead of background. What is it? You squirrel moment? What is it?
Maybe try making short films. Send me a script.
I did.
Send me a script.
I will
act on it. I will get Anthony behind the camera.
This here.
Ant behind the camera, and I'll act it out.
Russell, let me say something. Let me say something about the short films. I was doing that. I had a moment where they were just popping in my head, and I executed two of them. One was the mental health awareness short film that I did featuring her over here. If you go to youtube.com/Aunt Pruitt and you go to the channel, or just search Find It Aunt Pruitt, and you can see that short film. And I did that idea. It came, and it took me a couple of days to hash it out in my head. And then I finally said, all right, we're just going to shoot it. And I learned a lot about myself. I learned a lot about her as an actress, because boy, we struggled on that thing. There's a lot of times I'm like, hey, you need to learn how to take direction.
I know how to take direction. It's just taking direction from you.
From me. That's what.
I think that's what it is, because I have no trouble taking direction from people when I'm out.
Oh man, that shoot, it could have been so much easier. But again, it was something that was in my head, and I wanted to do it, and I did it. And then there was another film that I did, and it ended up featuring my son. It's called Do You Have It? And I did a VO for it. I knew I wanted to do VO for it. And then after that, my brain has just said, stop. And it just, nothing comes out from a short film standpoint, because I would love to do them, but ideas are like gone. I don't know where they've gone to. Maybe they'll come back one day, but right now I have no ideas on short films that I can execute within a limited budget, and still be able to get it done in a decent amount of time too. Because I got all this equipment and stuff, but it takes time, and it's still going to take some other variables that I haven't been able to work out just yet. But the main thing is I still need a freaking idea. But yeah, and then someone else just popped in with a super chat. Yeah. Ozone Nightmare, you here? Good evening, Pruitt. Glad I'm finally able to catch some of the live stream. Hope you're both doing well. I tried to book some VO gigs, but nobody is ever casting a meandering loudmouth. I think you're looking in the wrong spot, so Ozone Nightmare. They're out there. Thank you so much for the super chat. The Russell also says, no, not the Russell, Earl says, independent off-Broadway black theater were selling $5 tickets just to fill seats. People don't want to leave their homes. Wow. That's crazy. That is crazy that they had to take those measures. That's unfortunate. I will say this, as far as getting out to the theater to see these plays and so forth, not going to speak for you, speaking for me. Some stuff I ain't interested in. You, my better half, my one and only, were in a musical.
And
I had no desire to go to that thing. None whatsoever.
I know.
I didn't hide it from you.
Nope.
I made sure you knew.
It was going to be one time.
But out of the love that I have, I went to see that joint one time. So if I'm not interested, I'm not going, even if it is $5.
Yeah.
So that's another challenge out there. Some things are happening in the theaters here that just don't interest me.
And it's the same for me too, even applying for plays or auditioning for plays. Yeah. If I don't see myself in them, like it's a bunch of them out there right now that the general auditions for these community theaters. But I go down the list of what they're going to be showing or whatever, and I'm like, I don't see myself in them.
Yeah.
Or even wanting to portray it because for whatever reason. So when I do find the one like POTUS, I see myself in that because number one, on Broadway, there's people of color in the ones on Broadway.
Yeah.
They have Oklahoma.
Mm-hmm.
I don't see myself in Oklahoma. Mm-hmm. I don't see myself in, I don't even know the name of that stuff.
You have to see yourself in, is what you're saying. I do.
I have to see myself in them. But I don't know. It is what it is. I'm still trying and waiting for this one answer. Yeah. And I don't, and it's like, okay, you get the role, then what? If you don't get it, then what? I don't know.
Yeah. But first, you're just trying to find out what the heck's going on one way or the other.
I want to know what.
I know you're talking about fitting. There's some, for me, I come across that more so with the VO casting. I still haven't been casted for one, but I've applied for a ton of them. And there's a lot of them out there that they say, I want a darker voice, a deeper voice. And I got that. But then when you read through the script, it's for something like on the level of fantasy, like Lord of the Rings fantasy, or what was that show? Game of Thrones fantasy.
Mm-hmm. That comes with acting.
That comes with a set of chops that I don't have. You know, I there are people that can read all of those books and stuff and it clicks with them. No, I don't even watch that stuff. Mm-hmm. So how am I even going to voice out these particular things? And a lot of them are they're little short audio books, or some of them are ads that are wanting to have some type of fantasy narration to it. Mm-hmm. You know, and I'm like, dang, I got the
voice
tone, the timbre.
You gotta get some country stuff. You need to audition for some.
I've auditioned for a few of those. I've auditioned for a few of those because it'll say Southern accent and stuff like that. And yeah, just haven't gotten it. But again, just like you, it's got to be a fit. Mm-hmm. And I'll take a risk on some things. You know, because there's all these crazy reality shows that are out there now that's getting a lot of the attention for as far as a cast goes. Mm-hmm. I guess because
that's where TV is.
Yeah, because TV is just not dramas anymore. Yeah, they're doing reality. So there's a ton of requests out there for reality TV stuff.
I see that too.
And if a reality TV show is looking for me to do the narration, because they always have some type of narration. Mm-hmm. Well, so-and-so just showed up at the house today and blah, 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 blah. I would do that, even though most reality TV shows I can't stand. I think they're stupid, but I would narrate them. Most of the reality TV shows that I've seen on the screens here and there, just in passing by, I don't care for them because they really make us as human beings look like we are total idiots. Like we don't know any better at all.
That's the new drama.
You know,
that's the new drama.
Okay. That's fair.
I mean, it's the new drama.
Yeah.
Because those people are acting too. You know, they make you say things, do things. Even found out that when the bar man was going around fixing bars, and I had someone tell me that when they came to rescue their bar, that they told them, we don't want you to say this, we want you to say this, or be right here. So that's not reality.
I know, it's all produced. My friend Mr. Alex Lindsay told me years ago, a lot of respect for that dude. He pisses off a lot of people, but I have a lot of respect for that dude. But one of his things was with reality TV is make sure that you're using a different side of your brain and just sort of watching it to watch it, but don't watch it to consume it, because it's not real. Mm-hmm. You know, he's like, go all the way back to MTV Cribs. And most of
that was not real. Yeah, we know all about that.
You know, I know now. I didn't know Cribs wasn't real back then. But again, this is somebody he's in the industry. Mm-hmm. You know, so he knows. I mean, even our news, our regular news is not. He's like, nah, dude. And just.
Why do you think they all have to talk the same way, move their head the same way, and say sentences and pause all the same way while speaking to the camera?
Oh, that was so good.
You never find anyone on the news that does not talk and move their heads certain ways, because that is the way to be on the news.
That's pretty good.
Now back to you, Ant.
That's pretty good.
All the time.
Oh,
that's
gosh.
how it is.
Man. All right. Well, folks, we're hanging out here, Everyday People Podcast. Going to pause for a quick commercial break to try to get a few ad cents in here, ad pennies in here. Thank y'all for being here. Don't go anywhere. We will be right back after this small break. And we are back. This is Everyday People doing everyday shit. Interesting, quirky little podcast, just hanging out here on the mics. Myself, I am Aunt Pruitt. She is Phoebe Pruitt over there. Thank y'all for being here. Thank you for hanging out with us live each and every week. Sometimes we do this on Wednesdays, or most of the time we try to do these on Wednesdays. But this week, nope, that did not happen. This week we moved it to Thursday because somebody said, you know what, I need to chill out for a day. Dadgummit. So
I was watching TV.
That's just how that goes.
It's a hot mess yesterday, all day.
Because that's just everyday people, folks. So. But we're here today and going Thursday. Thank y'all for being here. If you're watching live on YouTube, please feel free to hit the thumbs up button inside of YouTube to let other folks know you're watching something live, and hit the share button. And also, if you're interested in supporting the show, you can become a Patreon member by going to patreon.com/AuntPruitt and check out the different options there. I am working on something to share with the Patreon members right now, as a matter of fact. And yeah, check it out. Patreon.com/AuntPruitt. We appreciate the support. All right. Before we get out of here, there was one more thing I wanted to talk about regarding the Olympics.
Of course.
But it's, I thought it was funny.
You have to talk about the Olympics.
I thought it was, well, why the heck not? Why the heck not?
That's what I'm saying. You have to.
Oh, okay. All right.
You have to. I mean, it's a requirement.
Oh, hold on. Another super chat just showed up here. Dang it. How did I miss that? I was on Nightmare in the House. Thank you for your super chat, my man. This says, oh, I lost my screen. There it goes. It says, we're in the midst of changes to entertainment. No doubt about it. None of the older forms will die. Some will just become newer forms. Creators always find a way, so creative expression will too. Ooh, that's strong. Thank you for that $10 super chat. And man, that brings top of mind. Hold on, but one more from Earl. Nollywood, Tyler Perry flicks, reality TV are successful because they are relatively cheap to produce. And then we can, yeah, I get that. I get the I get the economics of it, as far as, and that's just anything. If you can make something cheap and sell it for more, boom. That's hey, I get that. I just don't like what reality TV, how it portrays us. It's the same reason why I pretty much don't even look at memes in some of these popular videos that you see on social media now. There's a lot of times someone will send me a TikTok video or an Instagram reel. I will totally dismiss it because these things are getting millions of views and it's a bunch of idiotic shit. And I'm like, do y'all know how hard I work on this stuff? You know?
Yeah.
You know, do you know how hard other creators work on their stuff? I want no part of the stupidity stuff. You know, somebody getting kicked in the balls. I have no need for that. Mm-hmm. You know, or somebody purposely deciding, you know what, let me see if I can try to jump off the roof of this building onto the other roof of this building, and they happen to hit their head, you know, or break a leg or break an arm or something. People record that stuff and then they post it. No, I got no interest in that. Stop giving these people views. Okay, mm-hmm. Sorry. End of rant. End of rant. But yeah, I wanted to touch on the Olympics, and in particular, since I'm talking about videos on social media, there was one on Instagram that got my attention, featuring Mr. Noah Lyles. Let me see if I can share my screen here. Let's see. It's which button is it? Y'all got to help me remember this stuff because I can't. Screen share. Is it this one? Yeah, it's that one. Okay. So Noah Lyles, now the fastest man in the world. You know, so he won the 100-meter dash, got the gold medal by 5,000ths of a second. Heck of a race. But this video, let me just have you watch the video first, okay? And then I'm going to get your thoughts.
The Star Spangled Banner.
All right. So, the Olympics. Again, the man won the daggum race. Baddest man in the world, fastest man in the world, if you will. And they did this video of him accepting his gold medal. And they play the national anthem because that's what they do in the Olympics. The gold medalist has their country's national anthem played as they get their medal, you know, out of respect, if you will. Do you have any initial thoughts on said video? Mm-mm. None. None whatsoever?
No, I mean, he was lip syncing.
Okay, that's fascinating.
Did you see something else?
No. I'm not. There's no judgment here. It's just, I just found it funny because, again, this is the internet, and people are going to internet. Mm-hmm. If you look at the video, I'll pull it back up here again. Let's see. There. If you look at the video and then you scroll through the comments. One of the top comments here, bro, get out his mouth. Can a brother get some space? Damn.
Oh, because they're so close.
Back the camera up. Damn. So seeing supportive parents. Yep. All right. Emotions and joy. Teeth. Cameraman said, let me get all his DNA in his close-up.
Yeah, that is. Okay, so they got really close like that.
Yeah, the whole, so they start the video with it out wide like that. And then here's another one. They really zoomed in on his teeth, though.
I wonder why. That's interesting. Look at the comments.
But the comments are going off on this, man. And I thought it was hilarious.
I hardly ever. I don't think I ever look at comments because most of the time in the past when I've looked at comments, they make me irritated. There's a lot of haters in comments. So I never look at comments.
It's a lot of haters in comments.
I didn't understand why they were so close, but I figured it.
Thank you, NBC. I understand him at a microscopic level now.
Everybody is going in.
Can we zoom out? Damn, NBC. I could smell his breath through my phone.
It is good that he has nice teeth because that would have been really bad.
It was hilarious.
Aww.
I just thought it was hilarious. And again, kudos to Noah Lyles for getting that gold medal that he's been trying to seek. Today at time recording this here podcast, he did not get the gold medal in the 200 meter dash. He was beaten by Mr. Tebogo from Botswana. Great race by him. He was in the thick of things from the very get-go. So nothing but credit to him and his efforts. But yeah, I just thought that video was funny. And I know why this was done this way, because as a creator, they film these things in a wide 16:9 aspect ratio that fits your TV. Mm-hmm. Right? They're trying to fit your TV. This is the Olympics. We're trying to fit your TV. And then they say, okay, we need to shoehorn this shit for your phones. So basically all they did is they took that wide footage, and because that close up, if you were to watch it on a television screen that's in the 16:9 aspect ratio, when they close up on them, it's not all up in here. It's literally just, if I were to barely zoom in on my camera right here, and it would be from my neck up, which would look totally normal. But because they shoehorned it into a tiny phone,
it looks really
it's
big.
Right up on his grill, so. But that's what happened there. And I just thought it was funny that the commenters really went off on it and had a good time with it. It made my day. And boy, it looks like it's struck a chord with some of our live chat too. The Olympics currently the best thing on TV, says Earl. Wait a minute. There it goes. But why is Snoop Dogg a commentator? Snoop Dogg is moving the needle. That's exactly why he's on there. Because he's pretty funny on some things. Other things, I'm like, he's over the top with it. But he's definitely moving the needle. And some people would even tell you he's freaking uniting the country right now during a time when the country is very divided with election season. So Snoop is definitely winning for the network in their ratings. I guarantee it. Let's see. I would expect this from Fox, not NBC. Well, okay. Ozone Nightmare says too many quick edits. They need to do longer unbroken shots where not too much is happening for 3 or 4 minutes straight. And this is the movie snob Ozone Nightmare. Man. Hey, you said it, not me, Ozone Nightmare. All right. But yeah, that was that's all I wanted to touch on with that. We're going to pause and take one more break before we get up out of here. Again, this is Everyday People doing everyday shit. Y'all stay right there. We shall be right back. And we are back. Thank y'all for hanging out with us. Everyday People doing everyday shit. I, your host, Ant Pruitt, antpruitt.com, freelance creator at large, still looking for gigs. She over there is Phoebe Pruitt, actor, also creator at large, and professional nail tech, looking for gigs. All right. Going to get out of here. I have one professional update for you all. I've already shared this with our Patreon members because, they get information first because they pay. But yeah, I've shared with them. We are on this. What the heck is that outside? There's flashing lights outside like ambulance. Sorry, I'm distracted. And I'm not going to edit this out. Okay. But they're driving away. Okay. But they're driving away, so it's okay.
Okay.
Right. I'm like, he didn't call nothing. You're sitting there right there. Okay. Healthy. But anyway, I wanted to give you one more professional update. As of this week, I had a couple conversations with people, be it for job interviews and things like that and whatnot. And I was fortunate enough to have a publication reach out to me beforehand saying, hey, would you be interested in creating content for us? And I was like, I don't know, but let's talk. And they said, yeah, let's talk. So we discussed it and everything sounded on par. They are a website that I had no idea I would ever be able to write for, if you know their history. But they are doing a bit of a change and a bit of a pivot. So it made sense that I am someone that could contribute there and have some good content for their readers and viewers and so forth. And that website is XDA Developers, xdadevelopers.com. And I know I just said developers and your eyes over there just totally glossed over.
I'm just listening to you.
I'm kidding.
I ain't a Patreon member.
I'm kidding.
So I'm just not getting the information.
That's a daggum lie. That's a daggum lie. You son of a mother.
But you give the people more details. You give me some of it.
I gave you the pertinent.
You give me the bottom line. They get extras. So I'm listening to the extras. I'll just listen to the extras. I'm listening. Didn't know this name. I just heard about the XDS.
It's XDA.
XDA Developers.
XDA. So. Good gosh. Get it right over there. But yeah. Oh, that's a funny comment. She said she's not a Patreon member. Nope, she's not. Oh gosh, nope, she's not.
I am not, so I don't get it first.
Nope, you're not. You if you want to contribute, $2 or $5 a month, then yeah, you get on the list. But right now, no, you're out, Missy.
Okay.
Sorry about that. But anyway, yeah, XDA developers.com. For the folks that don't know that listen to this podcast, because I know a couple of you cats already are familiar with them. XDA Developers is back in the day, they were a site that if you had an Android phone, you went to that website to figure out all of the inner workings of whatever Android phone you had, because, and it sounds like Business got to go pee. So, but if you had an iPhone back in the days, people would want to jailbreak their iPhones, right? Well, the jailbreak version on the Android side of things was called getting root. And XDA, amongst other things, had all of the information about how to root your phone and the ins and outs. And it was a bunch of coders, a bunch of nerds contributing and putting all of this information out there. And it was super duper technical. Mm-hmm. Crazy technical.
I remember wanting you to do that to my phone because I wanted to have the different
and
fonts.
I was doing all of that stuff to my phone, and my phones were always running great after I rooted them. They were great. But
maybe
phones.
I don't know when. Maybe I had a Apple when that happened, but I only had it for a little bit.
You only had that. You had that iPhone for literally it may have been a year. But you did have Samsung devices back then. And you wanted to root them. So this is me yelling into the mic. Hey, Jake, let the dog out. You hear him whimpering. You got to pee. No, I'm not letting you out. Tell Jake to let you out. Okay. And I'm not cutting that out of the show either. But, okay, so anyway, they were this nerdy, super duper developer website, really, really technical. And when he sent me that message, I said, email me. And when he emailed me, in the back of my head, I'm like, I don't know. I know they're popular and everything, but what the hell do I get to offer them? Mm-hmm. And he emailed me and he said, all right, let's talk. But this is what we're doing. And what they're doing is trying to pivot more, because the way websites work nowadays is not the way it worked 10 years ago, because Google has changed so much. Back in the days, you put ridiculous keywords and tags in the back end of your website and crazy titles and stuff like that to get your site pushed up into the Google search. That's what that was for? Yeah. So now Google has changed the game, and a lot of sites and publications, they're struggling because they're trying to catch up and figure out the new game. So people are getting away from all of that weird, catchy, you're not going to believe what they said next stuff. You still see that out there, but people are getting away from that stuff now and trying to be a little bit more thoughtful and targeted with who they're trying to get as an audience. And so XDA is doing just that. And they've gotten away from the nerdy, we're going to root the Android phone this week that hasn't even come out yet, but we've already found root for it. Mm-hmm. Here's the code. They're getting away from that. And they're reaching out to people like me. I'm going to focus more on creativity and creativity software. So I will bring my 2 cents on Photoshop, Lightroom, free software such as GIMP or Photopea or whatever. Mm-hmm. I get to bring that to the table, and they'll pay me a few dollars for it. So that is an update. I'm happy to be on board with this because I need the income. We need the income. And I'll start that in a couple of weeks. I'm not ready to start right now because I got other stuff that I'm working on at the moment, such as this camera here that's been out for a little while. This is the Sony EV10 Mark II. Excuse me. Love this little camera, but haven't had time for it because I've been working on other stuff. And yeah, so XDA will have me on their list of contributors in about 2 weeks or something like that. I can't remember what date I told them, but something like that. Oh, thank you so much for the applause. You're so kind.
You got to put that in the...
Whoops. Why am I'm hitting all these weird buttons today? There we go. Sorry about that. You said I got to do what?
You know how that little button to push for...
Oh, for applause? I don't know if I have applause over here. Let's see. Do I have applause? I don't think I do. Let's see. There's...
Hey, you can work on it.
There's that one. Oh, it didn't work now. Anyway.
I was like, I don't hear anything.
Oh, the app froze. That's why. Anyway,
It's all right.
No worries.
We'll have the applause for when you get the real job.
At some point.
The real full-time.
At some point.
Full-time job. Then we'll have the screaming applause.
But thank you all for
me too when I get my real job.
Thank y'all for being in the chat and all of the congratulations there. I do appreciate that. I see. Someone said something about Bitcoin. Where did that go? We all paid a guy on campus who was odd and probably a Bitcoin billionaire now. Yeah.
Probably.
Yeah. XDA was essentially hardcore nerd Reddit. Yeah. Reddit is a fascinating platform too.
I want to learn how to play PyGal.
Okay.
That's what I want to do.
Wait, what now?
I want to learn how to play PyGal.
Anything else random you want to bring up today?
You think that was random?
Just...
I don't think that was random.
I'm talking about XDA and you didn't jump to the casino and...
Because I'm thinking about money. Because I'm thinking about money.
Yeah. Yeah, we need to get off these mics because she's clearly hungry or some shit. I don't know.
No, I'm hungry for money.
Thank you, live chat. Thank you. Yeah, because I'm like, where did that come from? That's just totally out of left field. But
I don't think so.
Gee, thanks. Man, okay. All right. Is there anything else you'd like to add before we get out of here? Queen Pruitt doing what Queen Pruitt does.
I just have moments of thoughts, and it just came out because that's what I was thinking about. Because it's usually played with dominoes instead of cards.
No, I did
you didn't
not know that. No.
Yeah, that's how it's played. But this casino only has the cards, not the.
I've only ever seen it with cards when I go to Vegas. I didn't know it has dominoes.
Mm-hmm.
But
I need to learn how to play it. It's very similar to poker, so you would have a better chance at learning how to play it better.
I know how to play PyGal.
So why don't you play PyGal?
I do play PyGal.
I thought you only played at poker.
No, I play PyGal. I play Ultimate Hold'em, and I also go play in the poker room. The poker room is where I tend to make money.
So poker and Texas Hold'em ain't the same thing?
There's a couple different versions of poker. Texas Hold'em poker is one version of poker.
Oh, see, yeah. I learned something new right there again. I didn't know that. I thought poker was poker.
Oh boy, I swear.
Okay, that's it. I'm not gonna. That's all my thoughts.
I mean, all I know is I'm sitting here. I'm talking about XDA developers and my new venture to add into my list, and then all of a sudden,
what the hell?
PyGal. It's just PyGal. And now Biscuit is back, feeling better, just sitting over here. His bladder is relieved. Sweet.
He ate twice today. He didn't tell Anthony that he was already fed, that I had already fed him.
Yeah, of course.
He just ate again, and he already thick like a pig. He's like, you try to pick him up. He feels like a pig, just thick, just round and thick.
All right. Okay. I think I've already asked you. Did you have anything you'd like to share before we go?
Oh, no.
Okay.
No.
All right.
Not yet.
All right. Well, folks, we're going to get out of here. Thank y'all for being here each and every week and subscribed in whatever podcast app you use and watching us on YouTube Live. The
Thank
support
you for being here.
Does mean a lot. Your ways to support the show, other than being here live, there's a couple ways. First, you can hit the like button in the different podcast providers out there, because some of them have these little rating systems. I know Apple Podcasts has this star ratings in there. You can give us 5 stars in there, and you can do little comments and stuff like that. Another way is you can just hit the share button and tell other folks about it. Or actually, I challenge y'all, take your phone and show it to somebody in person. Say, hey, go listen to this right now. I challenge you to do that. That's another way. And then there's also the awesome world of Patreon. That's another way to support us monthly. There's a couple tiers out there that may work for you. And if you can't do that, that's okay. We'd appreciate the thought anyway. Anything else? Yeah, that's about all I got. We'll see you all next Wednesday, I presume, if scheduling is okay. I may have a casting next Wednesday, so I'm not sure. I'm just putting that out there right now. You heard Queen Pruitt. You good with that?
Of course.
You awake over there?
Of course.
Okay. Thanks for paying attention.
I am.
Thank you for everybody hanging out in the live
Good
chat.
night.
Good night to all of y'all. Like, share, subscribe, and we shall see y'all next go round. Be good to yourself. Be good to some other folks out there, and know that it is okay to love you some you. We'll see you later as she sings us out.
I really must say good night, sweethearts. Good night.
What the hell?
Bye, y'all.